workers against migrants, refugees against the rest. There can be only one answer, that we have to fight together. Fight together against precarity, against exploitation, against racism, for social rights, for a city for all, for Europe from below. Because, and we have to make this very clear, we are also on the streets today because we have to say loud and clear, this European Union, the Europe of austerity, of building walls, of deportation, the EU, which has become a dictatorship of profit interests. This is not our Europe. We reclaim the streets of Europe today because we are fighting for a different Europe. A Europe from below, a Europe for all, for workers, for migrants, for refugees. This is a struggle we are fighting as Blockupy Platform Berlin because we want to block this European Union. We have to occupy this Europe. And Blockupy is also coming back this autumn to the streets of Berlin. And everyone is invited to join our struggle.
Anticapitalista, anticapitalista, anticapitalista.
This weekend there has been a big conference in Hamburg for the refugees and self-organization, and that was very important to say that all the refugees that are in Europe today and that want to come in Europe today, they are really struggling to do that. They are self-organizing themselves. They are finding the way to speak, the way to talk about their histories, about their situation, and they really are creating a movement that is made of their bodies, of their desires and of their hopes to live a better life. And we cannot ignore that. We cannot stay in silence, and we cannot turn our head on the other part and not see all these people that are at the borders of Europe and they are pushing to have a better life. And I think that this place is very important to remind to us that, and that to remind us that only if we unite our struggle with the struggle of the migrant and of the refugees, we can really change this Europe from below.
Fight for your rights, fight for your dignity. Organize your workplace. Organize yourself with other colleagues against the bosses, against the exploitation of the migrants. Fight for your rights. Fight for your dignity. Workers of gastronomy, rise up.
All these nice restaurants, bars and cafes in which all of us, we go, we take food, we take drinks, but maybe we don't know that after these places, in the kitchens and in the places, there are people working, and often these people working are migrants, and often these people are working in very bad working conditions, and nobody talks about that. Nobody says that in the Berlin restaurants people are exploited, people work in black, people have no health insurance, people have no contracts, and these people are not unionized. These people have not the right to strike and to ask for better condition of work. So walking here on this street full of places, full of restaurants, full of tourists, we want to say, just keep attention to the workers that are behind, and to all the workers we want to say, self-organize for your rights, for your working rights, and to have a better life here in the city of Berlin. Let's struggle together. Let's take a walk on the workers' side.
Precariteit, raus aus dem Kopf! Precariteit, raus aus dem
our action walk against racism, exploitation and precarity. Follow us on the last steps of the Transnational Social Strike in Berlin, where more than 25 groups and alliances all over Europe were on the streets out today in order to fight for their rights to strike. This was a transnational strike because we have to fight together transnationally and must not let each other play off against each other. And this is a social strike because workers and precariously living and working people and students and people without work have to join in the same struggle. We will now have an appointment. Everybody is invited after this action walk to come with us into New York, in Britannien, in order to have drinks, in order to get to know each other, in order to emphasize what I just said, that we have to get to know each other. This was an action organized by the Berlin migrant strikers, by the interventionist left, by the Blockupy platform Berlin, by 15M, by workers of the Botanic Garden, by LAIS, by so many different organizations in Berlin who are in turn part of bigger networks, German networks, international, transnational networks. So come with us to New York in order to get to know each other. This was the 1st of March, the action walk against exploitation and precarity. This is just the start of the Transnational Social Strike. Strike is meaning something different now. It's transnational now, it's social, and we will see you again. For example, at the 1st of May in Berlin, also in autumn. We will see each other very often this year. Demonstrations on the street against racism and for our rights in order to fight forward for an economic system, a social system, a city where we decide how we want to work, how we want to live together. So thank you very much and join us to New York in Britannien.